Hello, good morning. This is Natalie with the Maga Day Yoga. I am back home, so live yoga class coming from my house this time. If you're joining me for the first time or if you've been back before, this is an all levels course. But today, since it's Halloween, I'm going to be focusing more on heart openers and cleansing. So whether you partied last night or plan to party tonight, you might be able to give your body a little bit of relief. So that's the goal for today. If this is your first time joining, just make sure you pay attention to your body. It's kind of weird since it's weird for me since I can't see you. I can't really modify for you. So you're going to have to pay close attention to your body. If something doesn't feel right, make sure you gently pull up out of that pose. Respect your body. If something hurts, yoga's not supposed to hurt. Challenge, yes. Hurt, no. So pay close attention. Make sure you also have a good grip. Try to remind people to don't wear socks. Unless they have the grippy pads on the bottom, don't wear the socks. But anyways, all right, so we're about to get started. This is my first live, which I am advertising my yoga mat. I have a Yoloha yoga mat that I absolutely love. So if you are looking for a yoga mat, I have a 10% off code down in the description. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So just find your way back to your yoga mat. As I set up. All right. So just find your way to a seat and shut down your eyes. We're going to start with some deep breaths, just getting ourselves centered in and present. Big inhale in through the nose. Take your time with it. Exhale, let it go. We're going to do that again. Another deep inhale in through the nose. Big exhale, let it out. One more time. Deep inhale. And release. Next inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Touch the palms together and you're going to drop one arm down and lean over to the side, getting a big side body stretch. Then inhale it back up, touch the palms together, and exhale, go the other way. Inhale it back up to center, touch the palms, and then bend over your crossed knees. Take a couple breaths. And you'll inhale it back up. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. And close down the eyes again as we take a few more deep breaths. Take your time, big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Do that again, another deep inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, bring the arms up. Touch the palms together, and then we're going to twist. So take right arm to left knee and look over left shoulder. And we're going to be here for a few breaths. When you inhale, reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Exhale, try to twist a little deeper. Do that again. Deep inhale. And exhale, twist. Inhale, feel the length. Exhale, feel the twist. Next inhale, come back to center. Touch the palms together before twisting the other direction. Big twist. Again, inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting deeper. Again, deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale. Then inhale, the hands back up to center. Touch the palms together briefly before bending over. Take a couple breaths. The next inhale brings your body back up. And we'll switch over into our cat-cow pose. Knees directly under hips, hands directly under shoulders. Modify if you have animals in between, it's fine. Inhale to drop the stomach, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, arch the back, pull the pelvis in, look back towards your thighs. Inhale, round the stomach down, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, arch the back. A few more of those. Inhaling, dropping the stomach, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, arching the back, pulling the pelvis in. Flow one more. Inhale, push it down, lift up the chest. Exhale, arch it back up, look back. And come to a neutral spine. You'll take your right arm out, pinky side down, left leg out and back. Try to lift it up off the mat if you can. If not, you can leave the toes on the ground. If you have your elbow and knee lifted, you're going to exhale, bring elbow and knee to center. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow, knee to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow, knee to center. Inhale, extend one more time. Bring the knee and elbow to the middle. Inhale, extend out. And you can pause here if you want to. Bend the back knee, reach back with your hand. Try to grab your foot. And if you did that, release. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Other side, take your left arm out, pinky side down, right leg out and back. Again, toes can stay on the ground if you need the stability. But if you can, try to lift it up. And then when you're ready, if your foot is off the ground, exhale, elbow, knee to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch to the middle. Inhale, extend. One more, exhale, crunch to the middle. Inhale, extend. Pause in the extension, and then again, optional if you want to bend that back knee, reach back for your foot, try to grab it. And again, trying counts, so don't feel bad if you can't quite reach. Then release, take it back out, hand down, foot down. You're going to walk the hands out in front of you and drop the body down into a puppy pose. So in puppy, the hands are stretched out. You're staying high up on the tops of your knees. Chest is trying to sink toward the mat. Forehead is relaxed on the mat. Or if not, maybe your shoulders are too tense, that's okay. This is still good. You're just envisioning lowering the body down and breathing. A few more breaths. We're going to roll back into child's pose. So bring the big toes together. Keep the knees wide as you roll the body back. Hips are sinking back towards your thighs. Body sinking below, or not below, but to the knees. Hands can stay extended or wrap around the body, wherever you want them. And then just keep breathing. Take deep breaths down the spine. Big, deep breaths. Couple more. Next, inhale, start to press firmly into the palms. Forearms may come up off the ground. Exhale. And next inhale, you're going to hinge forward, but just come up into a tabletop. So once you're set, you're going to walk the hands out a little bit, take the left arm out kind of far, and then you're going to thread the right hand underneath your left arm and drop the shoulder down. So my right arm is threaded underneath the left arm, shoulder reaches down towards the mat, getting a twist. And if your shoulder's kind of tight like mine is, you can adjust a little bit. Try to get it so that the pain, if you're feeling pain from the stretch, is mild. You never want to overstretch. Couple more breaths. Then next, inhale, bring it back up to center. Hands coming back underneath shoulders to reset. And then when you're ready, take the hands out a little bit. Right arm going out farther this time. Left arm now threading underneath the right arm, bringing the right shoulder down. And each side might be a little bit different, so respect the body. Adjust as you need to. And breathe. Couple more deep breaths. And next inhale brings you back up to center. Bringing hands directly under the shoulders. And then we're going to sink down into child's pose. So make sure the big toes together, knees are apart, or you can bring knees together if that feels better for you. And then just drop the body down, coming back into child's pose. Taking deep breaths down the spine. Envision the air going all the way down the spine to the very base of the body. And be sure to fully release the breath. You should be able to feel your stomach and even lower back expanding to make room for the air. Take another deep inhale, exhale breath. And then on the next inhale, become active in your hands again, pressing down into the palms, forearms come up off the ground. And then you're going to walk the hands over to the side. So stay in child's pose as you walk the hands over, getting a side body stretch. Take a couple breaths. And slowly start to come back to center. And then you're going to walk the hands the other direction. Take a few breaths. Hands come back to center. Relax down. Take another couple breaths in just a nice, easy child's. And next inhale, start to press into your palms. Exhale. Next inhale brings you into a forearm plank, or not forearm plank, straight arm plank. Pause here and check on the posture. The middle finger should be pointed to the front of the mat. When you bend your elbows, they should come close to the shoulder blades. Not shoulder blades, rib cage. There we go. And then inhale, take the hips up and back, draw the chest towards the thighs as best as you can. Try to relieve the neck by looking back toward the thighs. You don't want to have the head hinging forward. You want it loose. And then you can bend the knees a little bit, maybe walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other, gently stretching out the hamstrings. Remember to be gentle. And try to really find that lift up through the hips, pulling you up and back. And breathe. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. And start to bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Knees are bent, stomach connected to the thighs, neck loose, looking back toward the knees. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, take it back down. Then inhale all the way up. Pull your arms up, big stretch. Palms together and down to heart center as we ground down into mountain. Press firmly down into the mat with your feet. Pull up through the thighs, the core, the chest, rib cage, everything hugging in, pulling up. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Take a few more breaths on your own in your firm mountain pose. Just really centering in, finding your presence, breathing into the heart. Releasing with your exhale. Next, inhale, the hands come back up. Big stretch and then forward fold. Again, remember to keep the knees bent. Looking back towards your knees. Then inhale it up halfway. Exhale, takes it back down, and then inhale all the way up, get a big stretch. And then forward fold, plant the hands, step it into plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. You're gonna inhale using just the back muscles to lift yourself up. Then exhale down. Do that again. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe take the hands off the ground. Exhale it back down. This time, relax the forehead onto the mat. Take your arms back behind you. Maybe try to interlace the fingers if you want to. If not, you can just reach. Whatever works for you. And then try to lift up again. Still just using those back muscles, but now maybe a little extra lift with the pull on the shoulder blades. And then lower back down, release. You're gonna push yourself back into a child's pose. Big chest together, knees apart, body sinking down. And breathe, take some deep breaths. Keep breathing, a few more. Next inhale, start to press into the mat. Exhale. Next inhale brings you forward into your plank. And then once you got it, go ahead and push it back up into a downward facing dog. Taking several breaths here again. Again, focus on the lift. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. That might help. Don't need to overstretch the hamstrings. You can gently loosen those up as we go. Fingers are spread wide, pressing firmly into the mat, but you're also lifting up, so there's more weight going back and forward. A few more breaths. And start to bend the knees. Look forward, hop a step to the front of the mat. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, takes it down. Inhale it up all the way. Big stretch, palms together down to heart center. Ground down, feel your mountain. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, pressing down. 2 more big breaths on your own. Next inhale, you're going to take your arms up. And exhale them down into a T. And once you're here, you're going to twist, opening up to one side. Body twisting. And bring it back through center. Go the other way. Big twist. And bring it back through center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Pause in your fold, knees bent. Neck loose, looking back towards your knees. And if you want to, you can walk the hands over to one side, twisting the body. Maybe grab onto the foot. And then bring the hands back to center. Go the other way. Hands back to center. Inhale halfway up. Exhale it down. Inhale all the way up. Big stretch. Palms together down to heart center. Take a breath. And inhale the arms back up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step it into your plank pose. Then lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward face. And then exhale it back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Feel that lift up through the hips. Still being gentle on the hamstrings. Maybe they're starting to loosen up. Keep breathing. The next inhale, take the right leg up and back. If you want to bend the knee to open up the hip, you can, pointing the knee toward the ceiling. And then try to bring that knee in towards the right elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, cross it under the body, coming in for the opposite elbow. Inhale it back up, and then go ahead and set it back down. Take a breath. And then we're going to do the other side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Option to bend the knee to open up the hip, pointing the knee toward the ceiling. And exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, do your best to cross it under the body for the opposite elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, put it down, take a breath. Maybe relieving the hamstrings a little bit more if they're coming loose. If not, that's okay. Keep the knees bent. Stay up on your toes, whatever you need to do. For the next inhale, you're going to hinge forward into plank and lower all the way down to the mat. Go ahead and take your arms out to a T, right ear towards the mat. Then you're going to use your arm to push you up on your side. So if your right ear is on the mat, you're going to use your left arm to roll you over onto your right shoulder. And breathe. We'll be here for a few breaths, just enjoying this stretch. So find where it feels good. If you need to not have so much of a stretch, just come back forward a little bit. If you need a little more, you can take your arm back behind your back. Whatever's feeling good right now on this side. Couple more breaths. And you'll slowly find your way to center. Take the other ear to the mat. And you roll over the other shoulder. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. And slowly find your way back to the middle. And you're going to push back into a child's pose. Again, big toes together, knees wide, body sinking down. Take a breath. Big inhales all the way down the spine. My cat is playful today. He's in the Halloween spirit also. Keep breathing, big inhales. The next inhale, start to raise up high up on the tops of your knees. We're going to do our modified candle, but we're going to do a little bit of a variation. But start off the same, bracing the lower back. And you're going to stay active in the front as always, pushing forward and lifting the chest for your back bend. This time, take your right arm up and stretch to the side as you're going back. And then bring that right hand back, brace it down on your lower back. Take the left arm up, reach it back. Remember, stay active in the front, really lifting and pushing forward. And then bring that arm back and start to bring the whole body down for crown of the head, coming toward the ground. If you want to try rabbit, reaching back for your ankles or feet and lifting the hips up. And breathe. And then if you are in rabbit, lower down to child, big toes together, hips sinking down. Take some deep breaths down the spine.
Couple more deep inhale breaths, taking them low down to where you just did all that work. If your hands are wrapped around you, start to bring them out, pressing into the mat. Next, inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Pause in your plank, and then push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Keep breathing. And then next, inhale, take the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. And then step it through, bringing the knee in towards the nose. You're coming into a low lunge. If you need to walk the foot up there with the hands, you can do that. Just try to get so the knee is directly over the ankle, not tracking too far forward. And once you're set, you're going to plant the left arm down, take the right arm up, get that twist. Pause here. Maybe draw the arm back, looking back behind you. And then bring it down. Once you have it down, check on your stance. Make sure you're nice and wide before you lift up into a crescent lunge. Pause here briefly. Take a big inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, opening up the heart. Look up. And bring it back up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale it back up. One more time. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades, open up the heart. This time, expand the arms out and then bring them back behind you. Try to grab your hands or fist bump, whatever you can do, just reaching back, opening up the heart. Really good. And then you're going to bow forward. Coming forward, lifting the arms up if you can. If not, you can just leave them down or even release. And then go ahead and release. Bring the hands down to the ground and walk the hands to the center of the mat. Coming into a straddle fold, crown of the head reaching down for the ground. And breathe. Another big inhale breath. Next inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, lower it down. Plant the left arm down. Take the right arm up. Get a twist while you're in the fold. Then bring it back down. Plant that hand down. Take the other arm up. Nice twist. And then bring that arm down. Inhale, raise up halfway. Exhale it down. Inhale, raise it up for one big stretch. Reach up. And then exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Walk it back to the front of the mat. So you're in that low lunge. And then step the back foot up to meet the front for forward fold. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale it back down. And then inhale all the way up. Get a stretch. Palms together and down to heart center. Big breath into the heart. Exhale, let it go. One more like that. Big breath. And exhale. Then inhale the arms up. Exhale, have a seat into chair, knees bent. Chest stays lifted, arms stay lifted. Maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit. Keep breathing. And then bring the hands down to heart center. Hinge forward just a little bit deeper. Then you're going to twist and you can hook the right knee on the right elbow onto the left knee. Maybe expand the arms for a deeper twist. See how that feels. Then start to bring it back to center. Go the other way. Again, option to expand the arms. And then bring it back to center. Drop the hands down, pop the hips up, lower the head down. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise it up all the way, get a big stretch. And then exhale, fold it down, step it back into your plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And then exhale it back, downward facing. Take a breath. Take another big deep inhale, exhale breath. And then next, inhale, you're going to take the left leg up and back for three-legged. And then bend that knee in towards your nose to step through for a low lunge. And again, you can walk the foot up there however you need to get it between the hands. And then once you're set, you're going to plant your right arm down, take your left arm up, get that twist. And then again, if you want to, drop the arm back behind you, look back. And then bring it down. Check on your stance, make sure it's nice and wide before you inhale to come up into your crescent lunge. Take a big breath, reaching up high. And then exhale, draw your shoulder blades together, open up the heart. Inhale, back up, reach. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale up, reach. Exhale, shoulder blades together, opening up the heart. This time, expand the arms out and reach back behind you. Same option, if you're just reaching, that's fine. If you can, grab your hands, great. Really big heart opener. Take a big inhale, next exhale, you hinge forward. And again, option to lift the arms up as you go, or keep them back, or release if you need to. Keep breathing. And release the bind if you have it, draw the hands down. And you'll walk the hands back toward the center of the mat. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, draws it back down. Inhale, just go ahead and raise up for a big stretch. And exhale, fold. On this side, if you want to, you can bend one knee and reach over or walk your hands over. Come back through center. Bend the other knee. Walking the hands over, getting a stretch. Come back through center. Inhale it halfway up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Big stretch. And then exhale, forward fold. Once again, walking the hands back to the front of the mat. And then back foot steps up to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, takes it back down. Then inhale all the way up. Big stretch. Palms together, down to heart center. And breathe. Big inhale. And exhale. Do that again. Another big inhale. Exhale, breath. Next, inhale. Take the hands up. Take the feet out to about the width of the mat. And we're going to squat down. Bring the body low. And you can bring the hands down to heart center. And then if you want to, you can stay right here, or you can take the right arm to the mat, planting the hand and then twisting open. Bring that left arm down. Go the other way, big twist. And bring it back down, pop the hips up, stay low in a forward fold. Feet still wide. Might need to bend the knees a little bit here too, that's okay. In fact, it's good for you. Shake your head, make sure that the neck is loose. Keep breathing. You might walk your hands to one side, getting a twist. Grab onto the leg. Then twist it back to center. Go the other way. Bring it back through center. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale it down. Inhale all the way up. Palms together, feet together, hands down to heart center. Big inhale into your heart. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands back up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step it into your plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale it back, downward facing. Take a few breaths. Big inhales and exhales. Still being conscious of your pose, feeling the lift up and back, fingers spread wide and pressing into the mat. Couple more breaths. next inhale, take your right leg up and back. Bend the knee to open up the hip if you want to, and then option to flip your dog. If you want to flip the dog, you're going to take your right foot back behind you, staying close to the left foot. And then you're going to pivot your body around, taking your right arm up and around, and lifting up through the hips. And then bring it back, drawing the right hand back to the ground, and taking your right leg back up into a three-legged dog. And then everybody from three-legged dog, we're going to come into pigeon. So bring your right knee in towards your right wrist. I'm going to come all the way over to the right wrist. Let your leg fall at an angle. Back leg sinks back behind you. Your hip stays square to the front of your mat. And then if it feels okay, you can drop the body down. And we'll be here for about a minute. We'll time us. And stay conscious of the breath, taking the air to any tension you feel, whether that's in your hips, your thighs, wherever you're feeling it. If it's in your head, mind, emotion, inhale the breath there and then exhale it out. All right, you can start to come up slowly, taking the right leg back behind you, finding your way into a downward facing dog. And move the right leg around as much as you need to wake it back up. Keep breathing. And the next inhale takes the left leg up and back for three-legged dog. Again, option to bend the knee and open up the hip and then flip the dog if you want to. Left foot coming close to the right back behind it. And the left arm coming up and around, pushing up through the hips. And then if you flipped your dog, come back around, dropping the left arm down and bringing the left foot up back into three-legged dog. And then everybody come into your pigeon, drawing the left knee in towards the left wrist. Leg falling at a slight angle, hip staying square to the front as the back leg stretches out back behind you. And again, option to come down low if that feels okay. We'll time this on this side. So just focus on breathing and relaxing into this pose. All right, slowly start to come back up into your three-legged dog or down dog. It can be a three-legged dog if that helps to move the leg around. Waking up the left foot and leg. Just breathing, moving where we need to. Couple more breaths as you find your way into the stillness of a down dog. And then start to bend the knees, Look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale, takes it back down. Inhale it all the way up. Big stretch, palms together, down to heart center. Big inhale into the heart. Exhale to release. We're going to start to set up for our balancing poses. You can start to ground down into the left side. When you inhale, take the right knee up for the knee raise. Pause here for just a moment, and then we're going to open it up to the side. So pivot that knee out. You can use your left arm as a counterbalance. And then maybe plant the knee on yourself, or not knee, the foot. Plant the foot on yourself, preparing for tree. Hands can stay up high, or you can bring them down to heart center. We'll take a few breaths here, challenging our balance. And trying your best to maintain a focus. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths. And start to draw that knee to center. You'll kick it out, take your arms up, and then we're going to swing it back into a warrior three. Step all over. All right, there we go. Body coming into a T, and then go ahead and drop the hands down, drop the foot down, forward fold, take a breath. Then inhale it up halfway. Exhale it back down. Inhale all the way up. Big stretch, palms together, down to heart center. Start to set up for the other side. So start to ground down into your left leg. And when you're ready, inhale the right knee up, coming into knee raise on this side. And then if you're ready, take it out to the side. Right arm comes down to a counterbalance. Pause here. Then you can plant that foot on yourself, getting ready for tree. Again, arms can come up, or they can come down to heart center. We'll take several breaths here in tree. My balance is a little off today. It's good to challenge. Keep breathing, a few more breaths. And next inhale, you bring the knee back to center, arms coming up, leg kicking out, and then swinging it back behind you, coming into warrior three on the side. Leg out, stretch behind you, arms reaching, and then drop the hands down, drop the foot down, forward fold. Inhale it up halfway. Exhale it back down. And inhale all the way up. Reach up, big stretch. Palms together and down to heart center. Take another big inhale into the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale it again, and then as you exhale this time, we're going to sit down into our toe stand. Now if you can't, if you only come down a little bit, that's okay. And if you can, try to sit all the way back on your heels, hips stacked over heels, shoulders over hips. If you made it here, we can pause. If you're up here, that's a nice challenge. Wherever you're at in this pose, just try to hold it for just a few moments. Keep breathing. If you feel stable enough, you can get a quick twist going one direction. And bring it back through center. Twist the other way. And bring it back through center. We're going to have a seat. Bring the feet together for butterfly. You'll inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to fold forward. And take several breaths in your butterfly. Slowly inhale it up. Bring the knees together and push the feet out in front of you. Might need to adjust yourself so that you're high up on the sits bones. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold, maybe bend the knees just a little bit if you need to, depending on how flexible you are. Find where this stretch feels good. Don't overdo it. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths. And next inhale, you come up. Draw the left knee in, and then you're going to cross it over the right leg. So right foot has crossed over your right leg. Inhale your arms up, and then exhale, you're going to twist, and you can hook your right elbow onto your left knee. Left arm draws back behind you. You're looking over your shoulder. And breathe. Take a few breaths in this twist. Couple more breaths. Then drop back up to center. Extend your left foot out. Inhale it up. Hinge forward just for a breath. A couple breaths actually. Big inhales and exhales. Releasing that twist. And inhale it back up. Draw the right knee up. And then cross that foot over the left leg. Once you have your right foot on the other side of your left leg, inhale your arms up. And then exhale, twist, hooking the left elbow onto the right knee. And then looking over your left shoulder behind you. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. And bring it back up through center. Push this right foot back out. Then we're going to hinge forward again. Arms coming up and then folding forward. Again, checking in to make sure the stretch isn't too intense. You want to focus more on the relief for the back and in the hips. Inhale yourself back up. And you'll plant the feet firmly onto the mat. And maybe the hands back behind you. And then we're about to come into boat. So for this, you want to decide what you want to do because it's not only challenging your core strength, but it can be a little bit tough on the lower back. So be careful. You might leave your hands planted and lift your feet up, or keep the feet planted and then just lower back with the hands up. But if it feels okay, try to have both hands and feet up and hold your boat. And breathe. If you have your hands up in boat, maybe try to take them up high. Pretend you have a ball in your hand and then take it over to the side. Bring it back up through center. Take it the other way. Back up through center. And then drop it down and everybody come into a low boat hover. Bring it back up to the middle. Hover again. And then release it down. Get a big full body stretch. Stretch it out. And relax back down into the mat. Start to draw the feet back up towards the chest, pulling them in tight. Maybe you rock a little bit on the mat, massaging the spine. Try to take a big inhale, and as you exhale, draw your forehead towards your knees, rounding in super tight. And bring it back down. Feet come straight up into the air for waterfall, feet flexed. Energy rushing through the legs and out through the feet. Keep the energy going. And slowly bend the knees and grab the outside edges of the feet coming into happy baby. Feet come apart and you rock side to side. Or not, you don't have to rock side to side. Pay attention to your spine and what feels good. Sometimes this feels great, sometimes not so much. So pay attention. And now release the feet back up into waterfall, stretching them up. And start to bend the back into the chest. You're going to plant them on the mat as we set up for bridge. So keep the heels close to the body. You should be able to touch them with the fingertips, hopefully, or at least nearly. And then when you're set, you're going to press your hands down into the mat, lift the hips up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try to go high up with the body. And breathe. And bring the hips down. Bring the knees up, relieve the lower back. Move the knees around a little bit. And then when you're ready, we're going to do one more. So plant the feet back on the ground. And when you're ready, lift the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then maybe take a bind, drawing the shoulder blades together even more by grabbing the hands underneath the body, and really pulling those shoulder blades in, opening up the chest, lifting up higher. Keep breathing. And then lower it down. Draw the knees back into your chest, hug them in tight. And you'll take your arms out to a T and lower the knees over to one side, twisting the body. You'll look over the opposite shoulder, big spinal twist. If you need a little extra twist, you can always take the top leg off of the bottom leg and stretch it out, like so. Maybe a little bit more of a twist. If it's too intense, maybe come up off your shoulder a little bit, making the twist a little more gentle. Take several breaths right here, wherever you're at. A few more deep inhale breaths. And you start to bring these back to center. Pausing, letting the spine settle. Letting it relax for a second into the mat. And when you're ready, take the knees over to the other side. And look over the other shoulder. And this side might be different from the other, so respect each side as it feels. If you want an extra stretch on this side, again, you could take the top leg off and stretch it out. Or if it's too much, maybe come up off the shoulder a little bit, coming into a more gentle twist. Wherever you're at, breathe. A few more breaths. And you're slowly bringing your knees back up to center. Again, letting the spine settle into the mat. Maybe move your knees around again if you want to, taking them in a circle. Whatever feels good. Keep breathing. And take the feet straight up into the air, flex the feet. We're going to slowly lower down into Shavasana. If it doesn't feel good to lower straight into Shavasana, you can always take one foot down and then the other, but if you can, slowly start to lower. Taking your time, activating that core one more time before we go into our resting pose. And once you're there, stretch. One more time, big full body stretch. And relax everything down. Shut down the eyes and start to check in on the body. Make sure there's no tension in your forehead.
Jaws unclenched. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your legs, all getting heavy. Might take a few more big breaths if you need to help relax in. Any thoughts come into your mind, you can acknowledge them, but then try to let them go. Finding focus on peace and joy, and just letting yourself be for a moment. We'll be here for about 5 more minutes, so just try to relax in and enjoy. And start to take deeper breaths. bringing awareness back into your body. You might bring small movements to fingers and toes, waking them up gently. Maybe circle wrists and ankles before coming into a full body stretch. And then relaxing back down. Start to bend knees in towards the chest. And when you're ready, roll over to one side in the fetal position. You'll pause there. And slowly start to come up to a seated position, shutting your eyes down once you get there. Once you're ready, take a big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Next inhale, make it really deep and long. We're going to pause for about 3, 2, 1. And then exhale it out. We're going to pause for 3, 2, 1. Another big inhale, holding at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push it out. Holding at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Then inhale. Then exhale. Next inhale, bring the arms up. Palms together, pause when you bring them up. And then you're going to bend your elbows, bringing the hands back behind your head, opening up the elbows to the sides, and lift up. And then release. Bring the hands down, back towards the knees. Take another big inhale, exhale breath. And then next inhale, the hands come up again. Palms together and down to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. All right, thank y'all for showing up, whether you were here for the live or you came later. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. That does help me out, and you can hit the notification bell so that you know whenever there is another live video or another post. Again, I do have the link for this mat down below if you're interested, or at least the company where you can find it. And yeah, I hope y'all have a fun and safe Halloween, and I'll see y'all next time. Come up here. Bye, y'all.